happening, everybody? Once again, we here with Step Up. You know, I'm Greg J.
Anthony K. And
we got
and we're going to do our thing and bring a little information to you, man. It's good to see you here, though, Mike. You know, y'all notice this week we got somebody new here. You know, we all going to engage with some information, man. I think it's going to be some powerful information, man. So y'all stay tuned and stay in here with us, man. So we're going to ask you, as we always do, subscribe to our station.
Right.
Please.
Hit the button.
Please hit the button.
And smash like, man. You know what I'm saying? The button is the notification bell, so every time we come on, it'll just notify you. You look at your phone, bam, the podcast is there, man. Mm-hmm. With that said, all of that, with the new style, come on in.
Yeah.
All right. We here on the inside, man. On the other side. We talked last week. You want to take it from there, Coon? I'm gonna take a bite of my sandwich.
Okay. Yeah, we talked last week on self-appraisal, right? And so what we're gonna do today is that after we done took this self-appraisal, we basically need to tell somebody about the good, the bad, and the indifference that's in our self-appraisal. So basically, what we're talking about today is telling somebody, you know, because we talked about the defects and the shortcomings, all this stuff that we come to understand that was in our self-appraisal. And we talked about last week how it's basically like a business just taking stock. So I'm taking stock in my life and stuff. So I want to get rid of all of the bad stuff. I want to increase the good stuff. And there's some stuff that I need to put in too. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about telling somebody. And here's the key when you talk about telling somebody.
Hey, let me say one thing, though, Cool.
Go ahead.
Because I know once we get on the road, you on the road.
Yeah.
But, man, we beat that self-appraisal in the ground, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you ain't got a good perspective on self-appraisal, man, go back and watch that video again.
Right.
Man, it's a good video, man. I've watched it 2 or 3 times.
I have too.
You seen it too much?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah,
I went over it. That. I was so impressed. I missed getting him.
Mm-hmm.
But
It was some really good information, and we've had a lot of topics, Coon.
Oh yeah.
But you picked that one, brother.
Yeah.
You picked self-appraisal. You picked that one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
You know, so after taking stock, you know, of our lives, and when we talk about looking at the bad, the good, and the ugly, in this next principle, you know, when we talked about taking stock, this is what I want to say, is that it's not all bad. You know, so we don't beat ourselves up about it. And then it takes time to get the good flowing, because we did so much bad for so long.
Yeah. We're talking about the process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead, man. I ain't mean to jump in.
But that's okay. But like you say, it ain't all bad. It's really a good thing, though.
Yeah, we'll tell ourselves it's all bad.
Yeah. But it's really a good thing. You know. So you know, we talked about honesty. We talked about surrendering. We talked about acceptance. You know, we talked about hope, little faith, spirituality, and stuff. Right. So these are some of the stuff that we talked about.
And I talked about Kuhn a little bit.
Well, yeah, he do that too. Yeah. You know, yeah, he'll do that too.
Talked about John a little bit.
Yeah.
It's hard not to talk about Kuhn.
Yeah. So Greg always say, if we step on some toes, just say ouch.
Just say ouch.
You know, just say ouch. So I'm just gonna share this because this was really been on my heart. Is that when we talk about telling somebody, we're talking about one of the most profound principles just by telling somebody. And what I want to do, I want to share the 3 profound principles that'll change your life completely when you begin to tell somebody. The first thing is the understanding why I do what I did, you know, about me, to understand me, you know. So that's the first principle, is understanding. So when I start sharing about my stuff, what I really need to do is to get some humility now. You know, when I did my self-appraisal and I had to go to another human being and share about some of the deepest, darkest secrets in my life, that was humility for me, you know, to let somebody else know that the kind of person I really were. You know, the mask had to come down.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Come on.
Yeah. So I took the
really
mask
are.
off. Right.
Yeah.
For who I really were. You know, so that was humility. Now we talking about understanding and some humility. Now here's the whole key. When you cup all those together, is that now I'm looking for some forgiveness now. You know, and I don't know about nobody else. And I always like to talk about me and stuff. My forgiveness really didn't come from people until later on down the road, and we'll get there. But my forgiveness came from the God of my understanding. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I live today. You know, in forgiveness, you know, in humility, and with some understanding. So, and I tell you all the time, Greg, that I'm always checking me.
Right.
I'm always checking me. You know. See, I police me to keep anybody else from policing me.
Right.
I don't need the police.
At this point, with 30-something years off of using drugs,
right.
You know, I should know how to check me.
Yeah. Right.
You know? Lil Mike, real good buddy of mine. You know, Lil Mike, he a real good buddy of ours. You know, he passed on a few years ago.
Right.
He used to always say, the police ain't got to watch me.
That's right.
No more.
Yeah.
You know, I need to watch me.
Yeah.
FBI ain't got to sit out and have surveillance on my house no more.
Yeah.
When we talked about those principles of before self-appraisal, when we looked into ourselves, took stock into ourselves, we should inventory ourselves now.
Right.
You know, nobody shouldn't have to tell me that something is wrong. Yeah. You know, because there's something in me that'll tell me that it's wrong.
Yeah.
And I need to be aware of the something that's in me.
That's right.
So we talking about 3 painstaking steps. You know, like Anthony K said, we're talking about admitting to a God or a higher power or whatever it is that you understand. We said admitting to that, to ourselves, and another human being.
Right. Right.
You know, for humility.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because we've lied all our lives, man. Because for some reason, man, I used to tell this story how I went to college and got a degree in A, B, C, and D, and and the truth of the matter, I did go to college. You know, back then when I was talking about it early on, I had about a year, 2 or 3 clean. I used to always talk about how I went to college and did all that. The truth of the matter is that I did go to college. But the story behind that is that my girl went to the college and I was up there hanging out with her.
Yeah.
She was in college. I was just hanging out with her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you went.
So,
you
I went.
Yeah, you went.
I went, but I was hanging out
But
with
you
her.
didn't go to
man.
school.
You know, I ain't go to school. No, I didn't go for the education.
Yeah, you went.
I went to hang out with her.
Yeah,
But after a while, I started sharing the story that I went to college.
Yeah.
Thank God I stayed, clean and stayed around long enough that I ended up going to a few colleges.
Yeah.
Got a few different degrees, because that's what happens, man, that your life gets better. Practicing these principles, it's just going to happen that your life is going to get better, man.
Yeah.
But when we talk about admitting.
Telling somebody.
Yeah, telling somebody.
Yeah.
The first phase that we said we admit to.
You talking about
when we talk about admitting to a power, first off.
Okay.
We talking about admitting to a power for understanding.
We talking about understanding. We talking about
I'm
humility.
saying we're admitting to the power for understanding.
No, we admitting to somebody else.
To
for
a higher
understanding.
power for understanding.
We admit to a go ahead.
Phase 1.
Okay.
We talking about what?
When we talking about admitting,
It's three phases to that.
we talking about understanding.
Okay, so
the reason.
so admission. What we're talking about first here is admission.
Right.
Right.
It's your ticket. It's like going to the movie theater. You need a ticket.
Yeah,
One
to get
admit.
in. Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? To get in,
To
you
get
need
in.
that ticket.
Yeah.
So what we saying with this, after this self-appraisal, to get in, to self, and to start understanding self better,
Right.
you need this ticket.
Right.
This
Exactly
admission
right.
ticket.
Exactly right.
So the admission ticket does what?
Get you in.
But we can say that and okay, that's it. We'll see you next week. I'm saying
not the process of getting you in, but getting you in. You hear it. In your concept and your spirit, that's where you wanted to
yeah, but I'm saying there's more to it. Well, but what I'm saying.
But that's the problem. That's the finish. The finish. The problem is you got to remember that just because the spirit there, that don't mean you surrender. You know, you could be in the spirit, but you ain't surrender to it. You got me? So the thing is, we need to be in a position that we can get in the spirit when the times are bad. We can do it when the times are good. It feels good. But when it don't feel good to be at the spirit, you be like, wait a minute, I did something wrong, but I don't care. Because I get selfish.
But what I'm talking about here, we talking about
to get some understanding.
Tell somebody.
But that's what I'm saying.
We're talking about tell somebody.
If you don't...
I'm saying I don't want to go way all over the place. That happens too often here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm trying to stop it. You know what I'm saying? We'll go somewhere else. Okay. What I'm saying, like if this step or this principle say we admit to God, to ourselves, and another human being, I want to talk about admitting to this power.
Right.
Why we admit to it, what can manifest from admitting to it, so other people can have an idea of the breakdown of these three.
Now, what the step is saying? The steps that we admit to ourselves
and to another
human being, the exact nature of our wrong. Right. So the admission of self is the understanding who I am, what I did, how can I get better. Right. That's the first principle of understanding.
Right. I know that part.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's like me saying, all right, we admit for understanding. All right. The reason that I admit this thing for understanding is da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's what I'm trying to talk about.
Okay. Yeah.
Not just,
right.
We got that. Yeah. We got the three vital principles.
Simple.
Right.
You know? But nobody can broaden the perspective of it. It's just well, we admit for understanding, we admit for forgiveness, and we admit to. I'm saying I could broaden it. No, I'm saying I could broaden it myself. You know, just 1 second. Stay 1 second. Nobody move. All right. Here we go. Thank y'all for coming inside. Once again, I'm here with
Anthony K,
Mike R.
And I'm Greg J. Hey. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all. You know, but we here, man. We're gonna now that we talked about the self-appraisal, man, Kunt he done shot another one. He done bought another good one in here, man. So I hope this is as good as I think it's gonna be. But we more so today gonna talk about what?
Telling somebody.
We joked around last week when we left. We was saying it like run tell somebody. Yeah. Run tell that.
Yeah, run
because now these things that you know about yourself, now we got to tell somebody else, man. Yeah. You know, so with that said, man, I'm going to take a bite of my sandwich, man, and I'm going to let Kunt open the door on that.
All right. So we talked about last week about the self-appraisal, right? Now we're going to talk about telling somebody. And basically what we're going to do with here, and I'm going to really try to put my story more in this one. And stuff, you know. So
story time.
Yeah, it's always story time. We don't have the hourglass no more.
Broke.
Oh, the boy broke the hourglass, y'all. Yeah, he broke another. There's always something with him. But anyway, and stuff. So when I did a self-appraisal, I knew that I had to let somebody know about the good, the bad, and the ugly in me.
What's the importance of letting somebody know, though?
Well, the importance of that is that the first thing I need to do, I need to understand why I did what I did. Okay. Let me tell you a story. All right. Now, in this self-appraisal that I did and stuff, now, a lot of people don't want to admit certain things. But that's the kind of stuff that kept me messed up for so long. You know what I'm saying? Trying to hide stuff. I didn't want people to know certain stuff. Right? So when I did this self-appraisal, what I had to do, I had to get gut level honest with me. Right? So in my addiction, what I used to do, my mama be in there asleep, right? So I'm crawling on the floor and I'm going through a perk.
Army crawling, military.
Yeah. Because I was on a mission.
Like going under the barbed wire fence.
Yeah, I was on a mission.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So I did what I had to do.
Boy, got skills over
there. Yeah. So when I stole from her, and stuff while she was asleep. These are some of the stuff I didn't want nobody to know about. So when I did this self-appraisal to understand why did I go in there and steal from my mom? Why did I con my little sister and stuff? I used to go over her house 12, 1 o'clock in the morning and tell her, oh, my car done broke down and had a flat. I need about $20, $30. You know what I'm saying?
That's your favorite line.
Yeah. So, but those are the things I did. Though that was the kind of stuff that was in my self-appraisal. And the reason I had to tell somebody is because I needed to understand that the garbage that I did and the wrong that I did, it was wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
See that it was wrong.
Yeah. See, when I did mine, I had to put it on paper because I couldn't lie to me when I see it in black and white. You know what I'm talking about? So when I did that, I had to come in from another human being and get some humility. Look at me. I didn't took the robe off. Now I'm naked. Now I'm butt naked now. I had to get some humility.
So that's like using, when we was talking about honesty.
Right.
Now you got to bring that into fore.
Now the honesty goes a little bit deeper.
Forefront. Now you got to use the honesty to tell them, this is why I did this.
Right. Exactly why I did it. This is why I did it.
The exact nature.
The exact nature of my wrong. You know what I'm talking about? See, because it's always in the exact nature. That's why a lot of people is not free. Because they still holding on to some of the garbage.
They talk around about what it's about.
Yeah.
Where I just, because, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, it's a deep-rooted issue.
It's always a deep-rooted issue. And that's what we always trying to get to here. The deep-rooted, because what we talking about, what we really talking about is change, and change you must.
That's right.
Because if you don't change, you doomed to relive this thing all over again, man. See, I don't ever want to go back.
Well, the thing is, change is something that's going to happen. Change is, and I'm saying, I understand what you're saying about that, but same thing here too. Change is change either way it goes. Either you change for the better or you'll change back to what you were. But you're going to change. Yeah. It's inevitable.
Yeah, but we don't never want to go back.
I don't want to go back. But if you don't make the change forward, you're going to go back.
You're going to go back. Yeah. So this is some of the stuff.
Dr. Jekyll was a real
Mr. Hyde is like this
they
here.
Real people,
you know what
man.
I'm saying? Yeah. So this is some of the stuff that I had to go in front of another person. And you always need to pick the right person that you share your stuff with now.
So what kind of person I need to be looking for to share my stuff with?
Do
I need to pick somebody?
You really need a closed mouth person.
A what?
A closed mouth person.
But
somebody ain't gonna take your stuff.
But you don't get that guarantee either. So you gotta be all right.
So what I'm saying is, what kind of person do I go to? Do I go to a family member? Do I go to a friend of mine? Or kin people of mine?
I guess it's more or less like what Anthony K is saying. You want to try to pick somebody that you trust, somebody that you feel they may, keep your information to themselves. Hopefully. Yeah. Like you said, find a preacher.
Yeah, find you a preacher.
Hey, watch this. Call you an Uber. Take your journal. Tell them, like if you live right here, tell them take you to the airport.
Yeah.
And when he shut the door and he get to driving,
start talking.
You just start talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because what it's saying is you want to get this off of you. And he don't know you. Yeah. You don't know him.
That's right.
You'll get to the airport. You'll get out that car, and he'll be sitting there wondering, I wonder why he told me all that.
Yeah.
But you know why you told him. You told him all that because you want to get that off of you.
Yeah.
And that's what you're just trying to do. You're just trying to get it off of you.
You just want to be free from it.
Right.
And it really, see, in its self-appraisal, it takes a lot of courage to look at self now.
Now, is it free? Is it really free?
Is what free?
The forgiveness. Is it free? Do I forgive myself, or do I sit around and mope and say, well, I did it, I can do it again?
No, what you want to do, you want to understand why you do what you do.
That's what I'm saying.
All right? Now, once I understood why I did what I did, and I went to another human being, and I shared that.
Then the freedom comes.
Then the freedom began to come. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because some humility didn't came. See, most of us walk around in selfness and self-centered, and we live in a world of pride. You know what I'm talking about? We call it false pride.
I've been accused of that one now.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
But we all have an amount of pride, man.
Sure.
We all have an amount of it'll come back to me, but arrogance. Yeah, we all have a little bit of all that stuff, man.
All that survival instinct.
But it's getting the balance with it all.
Right.
That's what we trying to do.
Yeah.
Get a balance.
Yeah.
I don't want to be too arrogant.
Right.
You know?
Right. I was thinking today, I ain't trying to cut nobody off.
But you did, but go ahead.
Yeah,
man.
but I want to apologize, but the arrogance is say, hell, the hell with it then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway, I was looking at some stuff today, right? Through this self-appraisal. So me personally, I like to do some research on some stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at some stuff. And I'm come to find out, and I never knew this. I come to find out that men's supposed to have between 1,800 and 2,200 calories a day. Now, why do I say that?
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Why do I say that?
That one was over the moon and back, so I'm like, where we going now?
Because I say that because when I look at this self-appraisal, I look back on my life, I never, ever thought about calories, right? Eating healthy, living healthy. Never thought about that. You know what I'm saying? Right. So today, I'm looking at that. You know what I'm saying? I understand that the older we get, the more attention we need to pay to
our bodies.
To our bodies, right?
I agree to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if it's 1,800, 2,200 calories a day, now I got to really go to work now. Because I ain't never ate 1,800 to 22 calories a day that I know of. You know what I'm saying? So this is what this self-appraisal have done for me.
Now, let me tell you something. The statement you made is true, but not so true.
Go ahead.
Because it also depends on your body weight. To your intake. It depends. That's going to depend on how much you weigh.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Looking at self, right? So if a person have a high metabolism, they might need to eat less. You know what I'm saying? But for me, a little slim guy like me and stuff, I need to eat 1,800 to 2,200 calories a day. You know what I'm saying? For my physical health. Right. Because it's what I'm supposed to be doing anyway. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that to say this. It's because I never looked at it. And as we talked about this self-appraisal last week, all I'm doing is admitting some of my stuff now in front of everybody. I'm admitting my stuff in front of everybody.
All right,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to go back to when I was heavy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mike was a big dude.
I used to weigh 318 pounds.
Okay.
So what I did was, people said, well, how did you lose it? How did I lose weight? I quit eating, man. A lot of people say, they eat a lot. No. I ate one meal a day.
Okay.
One. But when I eat. And I snacked the rest of the day. Okay. And when every night I went home, I always made this was my favorite meal at night. Two little bitty crackers and a bottle of water.
All right. So with this saying, with what Anthony K is saying and what Mike is saying, I'm gonna give a little clarity on it now.
Go ahead.
I got to give a little clarity.
Yeah. Do what you gotta do.
We are definitely not.
Doctors or
anything like that.
Nutritionists or nothing like that.
And we don't want nothing said that you may go starve yourself or you may go
eat too much or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about me.
Always go to your doctor and check yourself out and see what it is that works for you, because different things work for anybody. But the one thing that I do know, that you should always eat healthy. That's the one thing that I do know. Whatever healthy is, based on you and your doctor or you and a physical therapist or people like that. My daughter's a physical therapist.
Okay. Yeah.
She just got a license.
And you might,
hey, Nick. Nah.
And you might need to go and talk to her about the 1,800 and 2,200 calories. You might need some.
So, well, I kind of eat well. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I eat well. I work out. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm a smaller guy. I work out. I eat well. I'm a pescatarian. You know, I guess you guys know what that is. That's not a vegetarian.
Yeah.
But I eat seafood. You know, but no meats, no red meats, no type of meats.
Well, see, that's what,
you know,
like that's what I was talking about.
And that's my diet. You know what I'm saying? I eat a lot, sometimes not too much, but my metabolism is very high. Mine is very high, and I'm almost 60. You know what I'm saying? So it's different strokes
for different folks.
You know, for different folks. I mean, exactly. I'll be 59 years old this year. You know what I'm saying? So what it does for me is different. What it'll do for
So how can we get this back to telling somebody?
Well, what we're saying is that, you know, we was talking about the 3 phases, you know, admit to God, to ourselves, and another human being, because these are the principles behind this step. So, you know, Anthony K was talking about how he admitting to himself, looking inside of himself, of his faults, you know, because I had to look at my faults, man. You know, I had to look at the lies I would tell, you know, and all the other stuff, you know, the arrogance that people accuse me of being so arrogant, and I couldn't see how arrogant I was, man. And I had a guy who mentored me, man. And based on my arrogance, man, he told me one time to go to one of them 12-step meetings that I visit regularly. You know, he told me to go to a meeting, and he said, look at people in that meeting who share and how they share. And I went to a meeting, and when I sat in that meeting, a person would share, and before the other person can stop sharing, the other person would yell their name. Or 6 or 7 people yell, everybody trying to get in. And he told me, he said, that's how you look. And when I saw that, you know what I'm saying?
You seen you.
Yeah, I seen me. And I didn't want to be like that, man. You know, so what it did after a while, I watched him. And I went to numerous meetings with this guy, and this guy wouldn't share. Even though I still he wouldn't say a thing. And I just thought that was so disciplined. But then I sat in a meeting, man, and it got quiet for about a minute. And in that minute, he shared. Because nobody else was sharing. And he felt that, you know, I'll share now because everybody have said what they needed to say. He sat back. His whole thing was let people share what they need to share, because the answer of what I need. And when you mentored me at the beginning, I mean, you mentor me now, but when you mentored me at the beginning, you told me something like that. You know what I'm saying? You said, well, because I asked you why you don't share like that. You said, well, a lot of times what need to be said has already been said. You know what I'm saying? If I sit back long enough, somebody share my answer. You know, but me, man, I had to share. You know what I'm saying? I was Greg J. What? Not share? What?
People don't know who you is, Greg.
But they had no clue who I was. No, they didn't. But I learned through discipline. And now, you know, I understand. I hear a lot of stuff by being quiet. You know, just sitting still long enough. And I learned that through the self-appraisal. You know? And when I went and told somebody, like I'm telling y'all, I was able to share that and understand that, because it was like my life was like a garbage can. And it was filled to the brim with a whole bunch of stuff.
A lot of garbage.
And this principle of self-appraisal, you know, or not just the self-appraisal, but being able to run and tell somebody, it allowed me to pop the top.
And get some of that garbage out.
And get some of that garbage out, man. I was able to run tell somebody.
So after you got some of the garbage out, what the most important thing made you feel a whole lot better about what you did? Did you feel good about what you said, or it was just enough to make it to the next day?
I felt good about who I was becoming. That's what felt good. As I continue, I felt good that okay, I don't have to be as secretive as I thought I had to be. You know, that when I'm feeling a certain way, I can go and tell somebody, this is how I'm feeling. You know, and the reprisal that came from them, or however they felt about it, it was how they felt about it. But I took a risk. All the time.
That's the key right there.
And I do that now. I stand on the podium. I stand on the
foundation.
The foundation of honesty. And I tell people, this is where I am. This is what's going on in my life. You know, whatever they wanted to do with it, fine. Because that self-appraisal and running telling somebody, it opened the door and it gave me the option to be who I was or to try to be who I thought I was.
Yeah.
And I got tired of trying to be who I thought I was. Being exactly who I am was much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that. That's what I was saying. A lot of time, I have problems with myself that I don't look at me like y'all look at me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know how y'all look at me. Y'all make me say, well, I'm little bro. I love you. But in my head, it don't say that. In my head will tell me like they just talking to be talking, man.
Yeah.
They don't
just saying good stuff.
Yeah, cause they. But I understand. See, love is shown in the way that when I call one of y'all and need one of y'all the feelings I get when I hear your voice. You know, a lot of times I just need to hear your voice. So you say you don't need to share, but in my spirit I got to hear you. See, I come to me for Greg J. I don't know about nobody else. When I used to come in there, I wanted to hear especially this one. You know, we had to go stomp on their foot to make him say something. You know what I'm saying? That's what I miss. I miss being around somebody that make me feel like somebody.
Right.
See, when I'm around you, I ain't got to think. I know. I know I got somebody around me that cares something about me. See, and my head will tell me, you know, Greg don't love you like he used to. What you mean?
Yeah.
And my head will tell me, no, Coon ain't who he say he is. What you mean?
Yeah.
In my spirit? No, cause I ain't have no spirit, man. Y'all, if it wasn't for y'all, ain't no telling what I'd be doing, man.
Yeah.
You know,
That's all our spirit.
You know, I'm
There's
like
somebody.
If Coon didn't come to the meeting, man, I'd be mad. I don't know about nobody else. I'd be walking around there. What he at, man?
Yeah.
Well, Coon had to work. No, man. Well, where Greg? That's the next thing come out my mouth. Where Greg? Why you want to see them? Cause if I don't, I'm gonna come loose, man.
Yeah.
I have to. See
And I'm
them.
glad you said that because it's a powerful statement in that. That's why what we tell y'all, man. This is
Man,
what we
I
tell
have to
y'all.
see y'all.
Yeah.
We
If
say
I don't, I'm coming loose.
we say when we talk to y'all, and I do this because I want you to understand that I'm talking to you, man. You know, and when we say this, we want you to understand that you got to get this thing for yourself, man. Yeah. You know that
personal.
This has it's personal, man.
Yeah.
You know, so when Mike is not around,
Yeah.
I'll be okay.
Right.
When Coon is not around, then I'll be okay.
Right.
You know, because I have a power, I'm in touch with some people, I'm in touch with something, a group or something, you know, that I'm not just running rapid in my own head. You know, that there's some people that I can connect to, man. It's very important. And I'm glad Mike said that because, you know, it allowed me to express that, man. It's very important, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't got to see Coon for the next 3 years. I know Coon all right. Me and Coon will talk. But I know one thing, that I'm all right.
Yeah.
Because I can't make Coon my necessity.
That's right.
Because I'd be in trouble without him.
Yeah.
That's up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why it's so important that we talk about telling somebody. See, because to learn how to live with me was the most important thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To learn how to live with me, man.
Yeah.
You know. Now I can live without a whole lot of people, but I can't live without me.
Yeah.
You know. I need to be all right with me. And I was sitting here thinking about something Mike said. I remember going to meetings and stuff, right? See, but the meeting was always little pilot lights. So when I'm running
hour.
low,
Yeah.
or when I run out, you know, I can go to the rooms and somebody like me. You know, because everybody in there was a little pilot
That's
light.
good, man.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's a good-
That's
that's a good snap.
that's what I'm saying is that. See, even after I tell somebody, the process is still going on. We're gonna continue the process. You know, because it's just more than about telling somebody.
Yeah.
You know, once I tell somebody, I get free from the garbage that you talked about in the garbage can. I shoot the garbage can out.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? So the garbage can is empty now. Now, what I need to do, I need to make sure that garbage can stay empty.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm talking about? So,
Yeah, tell them that, Coon.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Did y'all
You got
get that?
You got to
Coon,
empty the
tell them
garbage
what you
can,
just said,
man. You got to empty the garbage can.
Listen,
and once
man.
the garbage can is empty, it got to stay empty.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Yeah.
because that's the key. Is to keep the
That's
garbage
the
can
key.
empty.
That's
Now, I was sitting here thinking, now, insecurities, a lot of us have that. A lot of us worry about what other people think about us.
Take the top off that garbage can. When you say insecurity, there goes some stuff getting ready to...
Oh, yeah. It'll fill up real quick.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Up, man.
So, I was sitting there, when Mike was saying, I'm thinking about how I used to worry about what people think about me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? See, but after being around, when I first came here and stuff, and everything before I started working certain principles, you know, what so-and-so think, what so-and-so think. Who cares what they think? They ain't qualified to judge me no way. You know what I'm saying? See, that what freed me.
You can't
know what I'm saying? You can't judge me no way. Yeah. You know, so.
Cause I'm you.
Basically,
you know, just been here a little longer or a little less.
Yeah.
But I'm you.
Yeah.
The things that I judge you about, I'm soon to find out that I have to turn the finger toward myself at some point because I got it too.
Yeah.
This is like now I know I'm jumping in here. These principles that we talk about, man. It's like Progresso soup, man. Like in Progresso soup, it's in there. You know what I'm saying? Things that you going through, it's in there. Mm-hmm. Things that you ain't went through yet, it's in there, man. You know, if you judge somebody, you ain't got the footing to judge somebody, but it's in there where they're gonna judge you at some point.
Sooner or later.
You know, you ain't gonna like the very thing that you put out. So that's why karma, or just like we say, that energy, put out the thing that you want to flow back towards you, man.
Right. You know, and the reason I'm talking about
that was good.
People judging, you know, worrying about what other people think. You know, because I can't really be free. I can't really be who I am. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always worrying about what this person think, what that person think. You know what I'm saying? And freedom comes when I'm able to talk about me. And it don't matter what you think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See, because I ain't bound up about what people say or feel or think about me today. I've been free for a long time in that area of my life. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So
what I don't know if I'm gonna ask a question or I'm gonna make a statement.
Well, one of the two. You're gonna do one of the two though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might do both of them.
We do both of them then, Gregory.
So because I say when I'm listening to you, because inside, I know that I have that thing still in me.
Right.
Mm-hmm. What people think about me. But I don't have it in me. See, that's the paradox. That's why I said it might be a little confusing, you know, because what I'm saying is that somebody can say something. Or I could go around and they could say the thing, right? And it'll hit me inside, but I guess this is where the freedom comes in, or probably what you're saying. I'm not sure, but let me see. Because you know what you're talking about.
Right.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Right.
But I say, who are they to tell me that about me?
Yeah.
And then somehow, I'm okay. All right, you could say that. You
it's
could think that. You could, you know, so I think that's how it operates once you understand it and the freedom comes. When you don't have the freedom, is when they say the thing about you and you start saying the thing about you. And you start believing the thing that they saying about you.
Yeah.
Even though you know it isn't true.
Yeah.
You start to wrestle with it.
Yeah. That's because
something
you
that's
didn't
not
go deep.
True.
Because you didn't go deep inside.
Deep
you
enough.
know what I'm saying? See,
you might have scratched the surface on some things.
Yeah, but you didn't go deep enough. See, what you was really saying is that.
But you understood.
Oh,
that.
I understood exactly what you're saying.
Because it made me think when you were saying that. I said, cool. I kind of now I'm gonna. Way. It just don't. It's like a puff of smoke.
Yeah.
Like blowing the smoke out, it disappears real quick.
Yeah, it's
once I do a self-appraisal on it, right there on the spot.
Yeah.
So instead of just having an empty garbage can, why don't you just move the garbage can away from there and have an empty spot?
Well, because we take the garbage can with us. Where's the garbage can at though?
Yeah.
In him. And in him.
Okay.
The garbage can's in me.
So,
see, when Greg was talking about the garbage can, you know, he was talking about
it's going to be filled or not filled, and if something come in it, you know, you have the opportunity to get it out.
So good.
Once you learn this process, it's up to you to let it stay and fester once again, or as it happens, you know what I'm saying? You deal with it right then and there.
Yeah.
Okay, that keep the garbage can empty.
That keep it clean.
The thing is keeping it clean and empty, or not letting it have. So you got to have a garbage can. Is what you
We all got a garbage can.
Okay.
We can't separate that till we die.
Okay, all right. So in other words,
Only
the
death
garbage
separate
can.
the garbage can.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to understand. Yeah. We need to know where the garbage can need to be. Right here, full, empty, or gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's
Yeah.
what we need to do.
Yeah.
We need
See-
to go ahead, big brother.
No, go ahead.
'Cause one thing about it, if we don't follow the directions, we gonna miss it. See, our problem is we don't like to follow the direction. We like to go the shortcut.
Yeah.
You know, I always get to, instead of going to the basic and sit down and get the basic of what's going on. Everybody like to get the good part. You know, it feels good to tell somebody something you're doing good, but what about when you ain't telling the truth about what's really going on in your life?
Yeah. That's what fills up the garbage can.
You can't get better unless you tell the truth about what's really going on in our life.
Exactly right.
But that's like what he said. That's what fills up the garbage.
That's what I'm talking about. So in other words, like you said, I got to keep my garbage can. Big
Yeah.
brother. See,
Yeah.
that's why I
and
need.
you have to do the maintenance.
That's why
Right,
I need. That's
right.
why.
on your garbage can.
Right.
You're the one that maintenance your garbage can.
Yeah.
That's what I'm. That's what I
When
need.
you see somebody walking around mad all the time, angry all the time, cursing for just you can't really say a whole. Their garbage can is so full.
Yeah.
Cause they ain't doing no maintenance
Right.
on it.
Right.
When you see a person whose garbage can might just have a few things in it or empty, they at peace with themselves, man.
Yeah. And that's
it ain't a whole lot going on. in their
That
life.
is the key right there. Is being at peace with oneself. You know what I'm saying? Being at peace with oneself. You know, Mike just said something and stuff, and it made me think that when I stop worrying about other people's stuff, because here's the whole key to this whole thing. We are more alike than we are different.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We are, no matter whether you got a drug problem, a drinking problem, a doggone gambling problem,
Sex
or
problem.
a sex problem, or if you're full of pride, fear, insecurity, no matter what it is, we are more alike than we are different. You know what I'm saying?
It goes to that saying, you got it too.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I'm saying-
if that's the case, if I believe that, so now, since I understand me, I understand you now.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
I understand you now. See,
That's what see Coom's saying some stuff and it just making me break off and elaborate because man, I'm on that train with you, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's real, though. That's real,
The
man.
more you understand you, the more you understand
Understand
others. And that's why some people would say, now I'm gonna jump track for a minute, but stay where you at. It ain't really jumping track.
Go ahead.
You understand what I'm saying? People would say, well, I can't tell them nothing about their marriage because I ain't never been married. How come you can't tell somebody about a marriage? Because you ain't been married. Marriage is a life based on principle.
Right.
And if you live in a life based on principle, the only difference between a married person and a boyfriend and girlfriend is a paper.
that's it.
The principles
That's it.
are the same.
Yep.
You know, and the more you understand about your relationship, the more you understand about marriage or the marriage they in. It's all the same principles.
It's all about
You know,
principle.
and that's why here we deal with just the principles, man.
Yeah.
Because principles will always afford you a good understanding of whatever it is, you know, that you're going through. The
You
principles won't
cannot
change.
compromise principles.
They won't change.
Principle,
They're non-negotiable.
principle cannot be compromised. You can't compromise principles. You know, whether they positive principles or negative. You can't compromise them. They cannot be compromised.
Right. They are what
know
they
what I'm
are.
saying? They are what they are. You know what I'm saying? So now, when we begin to look at some stuff, you know, my thing is, and the reason I like to try to go deep, because it's a whole lot deeper than just the surface stuff. We all lived on the surface for a long time. Okay. You know, the surface stuff has always kept me messed up, man.
I like the surface.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't swim.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like
Well,
the surface.
I bet you one thing.
I just like-
Yeah, you
I
can
just
swim.
like-
You was.
Hey,
I just like the surface,
what
man.
dog
Yeah.
pelt? It's the dog pelt.
I just like the surface,
Yeah.
man.
They said if you can't swim,
But-
who game?
That's another story, but go ahead.
That's a story for a different time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So once I get off the surface, right? It's like an iceberg. Only thing you can see is the peak. But it's so much stuff up on the bottom, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of stuff I'm always dealing with. Or that I want to keep out of my garbage can. It's the stuff. You know what I'm saying? At the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I don't walk around today pretending that I'm something that I ain't. I understand who I am today. And I'm going to tell everybody this. I ain't nothing but a dope fiend being saved by grace. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. See, a lot of stuff happened in my life. The reason my garbage can was so full is because of the way I was raised.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? See, I was raised a certain way. See, my brother and them, because I always hung around older guys and stuff, right? My brother and them did a lot of stuff. So I always wanted to imitate them.
Right.
They say a man don't supposed to cry. So when I got clean, right, I realized mans do cry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real mans cry.
Got to.
Hey, I'm not promoting anything. But
Yeah.
There's a good book out there. It's called Men Cry in the Dark. Real good book.
Yeah. See, but here's the thing with that. Before you can become a man, you got to meet a man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? See, my brother and them was always doing this. One of them they always had 2 and 3 women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But this is the way I was raised,
That's
though.
it.
You know what I'm saying? That a real man always
Make
had to
you
have them
think
2.
that's the way it's supposed
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah. See, but when I came here, I realized that everything I learned, I had to relearn and I had to flip it.
So that was
know what
in
I'm
your
saying?
garbage can.
All that was in my garbage can. Plus more.
And it was
You know what I'm saying?
misinformed
Now
information.
we done fill the garbage can back up.
No, the garbage can was full when I got here.
Okay.
So by doing this self-appraisal and telling somebody, I emptied it out.
Okay.
Now the garbage
And you
can.
keep it empty.
And I keep it
on a
empty.
regular basis.
On a regular
because
basis.
when things trudge up, you handle them right there. You
Got
deal
to.
with them right there.
You got to.
You know, you
Yeah.
don't let it fester.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about, now we didn't talk about the understanding. We didn't talk about the humility. Now let's talk about the forgiveness now. Right? So, why do I admit to God for forgiveness? I'm going to let that one sit for a minute. Yeah, y'all hang on. Let it sit. Why do I admit to God, the universe, karma, for forgiveness?
Or whatever it is out there. For
Whatever you want to look
put
at,
your,
right.
like in that blank spot, you put
Yeah.
yours in there. Why do you admit
Right.
to that thing for forgiveness?
For forgiveness. Yeah. Because it's a specific reason, man. You know. But I like to let it sit, let it marinate for a minute. Maybe somebody else might want to jump in and stuff. I don't know. But I'm gonna go real deep, but I'm not gonna try to go too deep. Right?
I was riding the
For
train with you because you introduced it.
Yeah.
You broke a lot of it down. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
You still on the train then?
I'm sort of
Yeah.
like the wingman
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
elaborate every once in a
Right.
while, but I like where
Yeah.
you going. I'm
Yeah.
letting Coon do the whole pod. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
he rolling it himself. So hey, when something is rolling smooth, man,
leave it alone.
don't put little rocks in the road, man. You know what I'm
you
saying?
want to mess it up now. You want to jump it off now.
Yeah, let it roll.
Yeah.
man.
So why do I admit for God for forgiveness? Right? Now, the reason I admit for forgiveness is because all of the hurt, pain, agony, and all this stuff I caused in the past. Right? Now, I'm asking for forgiveness for me now. Because later on down the road, we're going to get into that later on down the road. Why God is forgiving. Why I'm asking for forgiveness. When I share this for understanding and some humility, now I'm asking for forgiveness. I share for forgiveness, right? See, because I realize that without the forgiveness, there is no moving on. You know what I'm saying? So why do I do now story time?
Okay.
Right. Because I really want to bring.
Well, if you could pause right there.
Okay.
And I just want to elaborate just on a little piece of that, man. And I don't want to go. I'm gonna just let you finish expressing it.
Go ahead.
Then I'll say whatever
Right.
I'm gonna say about it. Because life has moments, man.
Yeah.
You know, and in order to move from moment to moment, you know, especially if there's unforgiveness there, you can't move from that moment.
Right.
It's impossible.
Exactly right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that jails you, the unforgiveness. You know, it's almost like something unclean or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to wait for the person to say, I forgive you. That ain't even what it's about.
Nah.
You know? Now I'm gonna let y'all fest on that for a moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of people miss that though. A lot of people miss that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then I'm
Yeah.
gonna just fast it back on over
Yeah.
to Coon. How you
Yeah.
do it? Yeah. Throw it back on.
A lot of folks miss that one. So why we talking about forgiveness now, right? Why I'm seeking forgiveness? Because every day. Every day. I'm not misusing nobody. I'm not mistreating nobody. I'm not stealing from nobody. I'm not hurting nobody. Right?
Boy, that's good, man.
Every day I'm not doing these things. Guess what? Guess what, man? Every day I ain't doing these things. I'm living in forgiveness, man. You know, I'm living in forgiveness. You know, because every day I make amends to myself, to society, and those who I hurt in the God of my understanding, man.
Yeah.
It's all about making amends, man. I make amends to myself, to those I hurt, to society, and to the God of my understanding.
And just to show you that's
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, that's powerful, man.
Yeah.
I wish this was somebody podcast I was watching. I'd be like, man, that's
But it's
heavy,
real
man.
though, man.
You know,
it's
so
real.
So make sure you subscribe. Nah, I'm just playing.
Oh yeah, make sure you subscribe. Yeah,
you know,
because it's gonna get deeper.
I threw that in there just as a joke because you made a real powerful statement, and it's so because, man, when I look at self, and I look at how I treated my own mama.
Yeah.
Rob, my mama till there was nothing else to steal or take from her, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's
You
why.
understand what I'm saying? When you talk about admit to God for forgiveness, I never remember, well, I'm sure I did, but to ask my mother for forgiveness, I think my life asked her for forgiveness. If that makes sense to you, the way that my life changed, my mama told me that she forgave me. It's just powerful, man. Like my life told her that ain't like that no more.
Right.
So, child,
Please forgive me. My life told her
child
to forgive me. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That my life told my mother.
Yeah.
Whether I tell her or not, my life said,
what you showed, forgive her.
forgive me. So the process of these principles told her,
There you go. I'll see it.
forgive him.
Exactly right.
You know, and it was how I lived on a consistent basis for almost 29 years.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That the same lady I did that to is the same lady who would give me money, you know, when I get stuck, help me get unstuck financially. And still to today, I just, another part of that thing, I just don't have to ask her for anything anymore.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. All I ask for is her love and her smile, man.
Yeah.
Boy,
That's coming up
and that's free.
anyway.
Yeah, she give me
that's
that
coming
free
up.
anyway.
What you finna say, Mike? Yeah, that's real though.
My thing is I was breathless for a minute. I had to catch my breath because they talking about mamas. And when you talk about mama, they told me, said, oh, but one thing come better than mama, and that's God. So, and like I said, we all sit here talking about how our mama forgave us. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, it was a thing to me that every day I called my mama and said I had a flat. Yeah. Yeah. You know, that was my thing, Mom. I got a flat.
Yeah. Trying to get your 15 out.
Got him. Yeah. And then it got to a point in my mama's life, my mama didn't even want to see me. Yeah. I couldn't go to my mama. When I turned the corner, they'll call my mama. He turned it right there. By that time, she go to knock on the door. She let the dog out and everything. You know what I'm saying? So here I am trying to make it. When I get to my mama's house, she put $20 in the mailbox. You ain't got to come up here.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you this process that when I found y'all. See, I found some help. See, I don't know about what you found. I found help when I saw you. Greg, I remember what you used to do. I seen you in the streets. I ain't never seen Big Bro, but I know guys what they say about him. I know that there's nobody to check him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in here checking me.
Right.
If I don't check me, I'll miss you, Greg. Because if I get that garbage can get filled, I'm gonna throw you in there. I'm gonna be so mad and so hurt that you doing so well that I'm gonna throw you in the garbage can. And you the blessing that I'm supposed to have. And I miss my blessing, it'll be in the garbage can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting there looking at my blessing and throw it away.
Yeah.
No,
people miss that though.
Yeah,
people miss that.
I'll take my blessing and put it in the trash can and be sitting there with my arm folded talking about, y'all don't help me. When I get in the bind, don't nobody help me.
But people is like that now.
Yeah,
People is like
I
that now.
remember, Greg. I remember coming to you and saying certain things in my life were messing with me. You said, "Little bro, sit down. We can talk about it." You understand? I remember when Big Bro used to call me in the room. Come here, son. Sit right here. If it hadn't happened, my mind had already told me what I was finna do.
Mm-hmm.
Many times I come to the meeting. I come to the meeting to do some mess. I ain't come to the meeting to get no help. I didn't walk through that door for help. I walked through that door to change. I didn't want to change. I love doing what I was doing. But you told me, said, brother, if you want some help, man, you get some stuff. You got to stop doing, little bro. Come here and sit down. You sit down. Don't say nothing. You remember y'all tell me I couldn't.
I moved here. He jumping way up there.
He didn't get excited.
I can't help it when I'm around y'all.
Emphatic. That's all.
Yeah, you
But the thing about this thing is, regardless of how you feel, everybody get a turn in him. Mm-hmm. See, and once you get your turn, you got to always remember where you come from. A lot of times people try to forget. You can't forget where you come from, because if you do, that garbage can will have some stuff left on that you supposed to get.
Or you go back to it.
Yeah.
You go back.
You return back to the best.
Right. And my thing is that these principles is basically for anybody and everybody who want to practice something. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter where you at. Right. You know what I'm saying? These principles is for everybody. This is for everybody.
And the part that I keep, I guess, expressing more so than anything, and it doesn't matter what you believe in, because you ain't got to believe in anything.
Right.
You know,
but
anybody who says their God, that's their personal preference.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If I had an atheist sitting here, and his preference was no God at all, it still works the same. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Because they're principles. Principles work for whoever and everybody. You know.
If you put them to work.
If you work them. If you put them to work, they will work. You know what I'm saying? So, forgiveness, and we all make, like, us in here, and people have done the work. You know what I'm saying? Even in relationships, once a person find out that they screwed up in a relationship, you know what I'm saying, then they go to work on themselves, they better the relationship. So what they doing is that every day they make amends to the person they hurt, to themselves, and to the universe, whatever they want to believe on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? When you do the work, because it takes work. See, a lot of people say freedom is free. No, freedom ain't free. Not what we talking about.
Yeah.
The freedom that I'm talking about and we talking about, it takes work. Yeah. It takes a lot of work to go inside and get better, man. It get better.
That's going to be a topic for another time. I guarantee you that freedom ain't free, because I got a different perspective on it. I guess some people say it isn't, some people say it is, but that's why it's called free.
Yeah.
And then I know that it depends on where you're standing, though.
Yeah.
Because I think I made an example one time when they was talking about freedom ain't free. I was listening to some people talk on a Zoom meeting type style. And they had this whole meeting going back and forth about freedom ain't free. And people, freedom is free and freedom ain't free. And
like
me,
a nice discussion.
I'm kind of a real simplistic guy. When people say what came first, the chicken or the egg, look, bro.
Who cares, huh?
Yeah, I just want mine scrambled.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
So
roast my chicken.
It's the glass. It's the glass half full or half empty. It's just half, man. You choose whichever half that you want to choose. It's just certain arguments, that I don't get into. But when you look at freedom ain't free, I'm gonna tell you this little story, right? And just to give a scenario on this perspective, if you look back in slavery times, right, when they freed the slaves, them people were free, man. That was free to them. That was freedom.
Okay.
They was free. And when you looked at the people who got free but wanted to go back, see, freedom wasn't free to them. You know what I'm saying? It was a bondage type of thing to them. They had nowhere to go, no jobs, they didn't know what, so they went back and just did what they knew how to do. Because that's what was free to them.
Let me ask you a question. And
I got answers.
I
got answers to everything, man.
That's okay. That's okay. Why did some of them go back?
Oh, that ain't what I'm talking about. We talking about
freedom is free.
Well, we
freedom
talking
ain't
about
free and stuff.
We talking about run tell that. Right. I don't want to get into because we could go way back to Willie Lynch and
but
a whole bunch of why they hang. We can get so far out with that. I just use that as an example.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand exactly where you at.
But go ahead and expound a little bit.
So what I'm finna say, because
now some people wondering why did they go?
Because see,
I know some of y'all wondering. He gonna peel it off for you.
Ain't nothing changed but faces, right? So what you were saying and what I heard is thinking. That was their thinking. Mm-hmm. It's why they went back. Those who went back because they believed in their mind that they had it better than being free.
Right.
Fear kicked in. Mm-hmm. It's the same way today.
Right.
It's the same way today. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gonna make it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's why we talking about. See, we can. We can always use an example and bring it up to date. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? See, they went back because they thinking, because they thought it was better back there.
Bruh,
you know what I'm saying?
Listen, you ain't lose me because what's going on in my life right now.
Oh, I know.
Fear.
I know.
Fear. I tell you ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But I know that it's just fear.
Yeah.
And I know I am gonna make it.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about when we talk about telling somebody. You know, because the old thinking, man. Mm-hmm. The old thinking will always kick in.
Well, once again, without me getting way out there, even what's going on in my life today, and I'm gonna share the story with y'all, just not right now. You know, I share with y'all, but imagine if I didn't talk to somebody.
Right. Yeah.
Imagine if I just kept it myself, didn't say nothing to nobody.
Yeah. Where you would be at?
What would happen with that garbage can?
Yeah. It'll be full overnight.
Yeah. And if you pop the top, it may explode. Yeah. I mean, something vicious could happen.
Right.
Yeah. You know?
Exactly right.
And then you be wondering what happened. Mm-hmm. Well, what happened is that you sit and fester in it.
Yeah.
And you don't go and tell somebody. Yeah. The exact nature. What's going on with you, how you feeling, mm-hmm. You know, where you're hurting, mm-hmm. or whatever it is. You gotta run tell somebody. Yeah.
You just said something so profoundly, and I can't really gloss over this one.
Okay.
The key word.
Y'all remember he said I said something profound.
Yeah.
Let that simmer for a
minute. Yeah. Let that melt.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Because the most profound thing that you said is the exact nature. The exact nature. Right? The exact nature.
Right. You know. Because when I talk to you about the exact nature of what's going on with me. Because if I didn't, you'd be trying to help me with what you think is going on. You'd be all around the book trying to see what's going on. Right. I have to tell you the exact nature of what's going on in order for you to help me. Like going to the doctor.
You better tell me the exact nature of the wrong.
I can't go in there and say that.
I got a headache.
I got a headache and I got hemorrhoids down here that's killing me.
Now they up here when they should have been down there.
They're gonna give me an aspirin.
Of course.
That's gonna help your head.
Yeah.
You know, but it ain't gonna do much for the hemorrhoid.
No.
You know, so I gotta get to the exact nature of what's going on.
That's the key, man, the exact nature. And it takes courage to take this self-appraisal, get gut level honest. We used to say get nut level honest because you gotta go so deep. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Get butt naked.
Yeah, you gotta get butt naked, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get the butt naked. That's
how they say it.
You know,
Alabama.
So when you get butt naked, man, you know, it's just like the emperor ain't got no clothes no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So once I did this self-appraisal, man, then we talked about telling somebody, man. Once all that began to happen, I do these things, freedom began to come, right? Mm-hmm. Because I'm doing the work. I'm practicing principles and stuff, you know. So as we move on, and what we're going to do, we're going to continue to move on because there's some more stuff that got to be done.
Right.
There's some more knowledge that got to be gained, right? So when I begin to look at my fears, my insecurities, my pride, my lustfulness, my greed, all this kind of stuff, all this is my self-appraisal, right? Mm-hmm. All this is in my self-appraisal. So I'm looking at this stuff. Now, I done told somebody, right? I done told somebody about all this garbage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to do it now. But we got to get into how to continue to be free.
Right. Because you have to continue to be free. Remember, we talked about the garbage can. In order for it to stay empty or stay low, you have to continue to get to the exact nature of what's going on with you. Right. And you have to be willing to talk to somebody about the exact nature of what's going on with you.
You ain't got no other choice. We really don't have a choice, though, in this matter.
If you want to get better.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah. Hello? If you want to get better. You're exactly right.
Hello?
Yeah. The thing about trying to get better is I got to change my perspective of who I am.
Hey,
I got to quit looking at the wrong and look at the right. See, a lot of times we keep looking at the same thing and saying, well, it really ain't what's wrong with me.
On the phone.
You know, but it really is what's wrong. I've been following it too long. It's so long, it's comfortable. Doing it, it's just like if you park in the same place in your yard and your car sit there, and when you move it, it's gonna leave prints there.
Yeah. You see the print.
It done sunk down. It'll sunk down, and when it sank down, now how you gonna get out? You got the stuff out the back of the truck and throw it away, but the truck's sitting there and ain't running, ain't no more. You trying to get it out. So that truck don't run and ain't got no tires. So how do I move it? I got to call somebody. That's when I let it get free. Let the wrecker come get.
That's good.
They tell me I let the wrecker. I got to call somebody. Let the wrecker. Then he gonna bring a wrecker with him. So he said, you call your big brother and tell him what's wrong. He gonna bring the help. The wrecker. He gonna bring that's the wrecker.
Yeah, that's
when
good.
When he bring it, he pick it. He help. He told me, said, look, what's wrong with your truck? It ain't running now. What else wrong? It tires on it. He said, tires add up. No, all right. That means I bring the truck. Bring record, put it up there. Now my life is in order. It ain't perfect. I'm getting in order. So I'm beginning to share how I feel instead of talk about it, showing y'all how I feel. I need to let y'all know I ain't just talking to be talking. I need to talk to get better.
Right.
I don't just need to be saying something. Look, man, that tomorrow I'm gonna be doing the same. No, that ain't how this works. Right. I need to let you know what's going on in my life so you can help me. I ain't come over here to be. I come here to save my life. My life on the line. See that we forgot that my life. I don't know about nobody else. My life on the line. And when I put my life on the line, that means I done did some things that I ain't the same with. I done did some things that I need to be pat on my back for. But the pat on the back feel good. But when that really, especially when it comes to your self appraisal, I had to make a self appraisal, and it's hard to make a self appraisal when you don't want to get under.
Yeah. When you don't want to get on it.
You don't want to see a lot of times I say I want to get on it, but in the back of my mind I'm like, I really don't want to do that, but I'm gonna,
Well, about time you get to that self appraisal, you ready to get honest.
Okay.
You should be anyway.
What, I'm saying that's what the process does. If not, then you need to fall back to prior because something happened in your process. Working, the principle, working through the principle, something has happened. If you get to the self-appraisal and you're not ready for the self-appraisal, that means you didn't take a good inventory. Because about time I'm there, the principle there is courage. Either I have the courage or I lack the courage. If I still lack the courage at this point of the self-appraisal, then I need to go back and look at why do I lack the courage?
Because
am I
you missed something
in a
back there.
power greater than me? I may have to go back a little more. Maybe I ain't trusting in this power greater than me. But I know, like when I did my self-appraisal with you, I was ready. We sat at the table. You know what I'm saying? I had wrote all this stuff down. Watch this, man. I never forget this. I'm sure it was with you. Because I did a self-appraisal with somebody else.
The first one was.
But and I did this. Well, I had only did one for years.
Okay.
The other one that I did, because I continued, doing 10, 11, I continued the other maintenance principles, and I continued to go get to the exact nature, so I didn't have to do, you only have to do it once if you do it right. But a lot of times it takes a lot to only do it once. You know what I'm saying? So people that do it once, you do it once, I understand that. People that do it 3 times, okay. People that do it 7 times or once a year or whatever your formula is. I'm not here to box with what works. I'm just here to tell you what works for me. But I never forget, I went to this brother. Listen, I had wrote all this stuff down. And I was pumped Now, be truthful if it was with you, Coon. And I got my little pad and got my little pad there and I'm getting ready to get into this thing. And he said, what did I need the pad for? Mm-hmm. I said, y'all tell me to write all this stuff down. And you told me that was just to bring all the stuff to the surface. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's the most profound. I've shared that with people that I mentored through the years.
Right.
That was to shake all that stuff loose,
yeah.
bring it to the surface, because whatever we sit and talk about, that you ain't got to look in that pad for, that's the stuff that's on the surface.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff that you done shook and now you done brought up. You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff that you remember the most.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that you really need to talk about and read yourself of. The reason I thought that was profound.
The reason we put it on paper because we can't deny it when it's in black and white.
Right.
That's why we put it on paper, because we just can't deny it when it's black and white. You know what I'm saying? So when I go and share it and stuff, I don't need that. What I need the courage and stuff and get some humility.
Right, because you shared some stuff with me at first. Because I mean, I was pumped because I had it, but I wasn't pumped to share it.
Yeah.
Because you see, I was kind of stiff there. Like, man, like, where do
that's
I start?
where the help come from, though.
Right.
Yeah,
and then you began to share some things, some deep
stuff.
things.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, shoot,
Yeah.
if he could tell me that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could tell him this little Mickey Mouse stuff that I'm going, but I didn't get deep enough. Let me put it that way.
That's why you did another one.
But once I understood it, I did another one.
Yeah.
I only did two.
Yeah.
But I did another one.
Yeah.
And
it ain't nothing but knowledge, though. You know what I'm saying?
You got more wisdom instead.
Yeah.
You got a wisdom.
Because now I don't have a problem talking about the exact nature of my wrong.
Right.
I don't have a problem when I mess up saying I messed up.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, can you forgive me?
Yeah.
You know, or what do I need to do to get this right? Because humility, and that's what we're going to kind of talk about next week. You know, we're going to express the art where humility is an art. You know, because it's like bread and water to most people, man. You know what I'm saying? But humility plays such a strong part of my life today. You know, that it's the thing that allows me to get better.
Yeah.
Because I place humility first.
Yeah.
You know, because if you don't place humility first, you might end up humiliated.
Yeah.
I understand that now, boy.
Yeah. That's a paradox.
People said that for years, man. I thought it sounded cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's a paradox,
you would
though.
be humiliated.
Oh, yeah.
Without that humility.
People really don't see paradox and stuff. You know, a lot of people don't even know what a paradox is and stuff, you know, but that's a paradox. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you what a paradox is, just in case y'all don't know.
Go on, tell
we
me.
say these things, so therefore, you know, when we put this podcast out, it ain't a word that pops up there. Well, matter of fact, that's what a paradox is. See what that say right up there? Just read that, and that's what a paradox is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You know, and that's why I don't ever want to stop learning. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever want to stop growing and stuff. Because if I do, I'm doing one or two things. I'm standing still or I'm going backwards. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got a problem with taking 2 steps forward and being knocked back 1 step. I don't have a problem with that because I'm still moving. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still moving, man. So I don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? But I do have a problem when I get to a point and we call it resting on our laurels. You know what I'm saying? Or complacency.
Yeah.
You know, I don't ever want to get to that spot.
complacency is a better that people could really relate to. Yeah,
right.
when you
I just don't want to get there no more, man. Because I've been there. And I know what it feels like. You know. And I ain't talking about 100 years ago. I'm talking about present tense. Yeah. I've been complacent.
Yeah.
Present tense. Yeah. Lately, I've been complacent. And I know what it feels like to be complacent. It's just a bad feeling in him. You know what I'm saying? And there's always something saying, you need to be doing something. You ain't doing nothing. You need to be doing something, man. You know. Now I need to go and look at this self-appraisal. What is that I need to be doing? Because I need to be doing something. Because something inside. Because I've been doing a lot of work. Right? So it's something inside that's saying restless, irritable, and discontent. Something going on, man. Something is happening. You know. So I'm finna tell somebody now. I'm finna tell somebody now. You know what I'm saying? What was really going on with you, Anthony? And I'm talking to myself in the third person now. That's crazy. But anyway,
But that's good.
Yeah.
Ooh, wait a minute, man.
Better talk to yourself in the
Yeah.
third person than the disease in the first
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So why what's going on, Anthony? Why you here?
I like
you know what
that
I'm saying? And stuff. So why was I so complacent, right? What area in my life was I so complacent? This is not for everybody. This is just me. You know what I'm saying? This is my life, and this is the area that I was complacent in my prayer life, in my spiritual life. You know what I'm saying? See, far as I'm concerned, religion is a man, is a person, search for a God. My spirituality is me in one with my God. You know what I'm saying? So, I got out of that. I've been lacking in that, right? So, that's the area where I'm complacent at. So, because I was complacent in that area, a whole lot of other stuff just ain't working now. You know, I'm impatient now. My tolerance level is kind of low. The anger is kicking back. I talked about the anger last week and stuff. How the anger would kick in, I want to kill. You know what I'm saying? I talked about that last week and stuff. So.
And that's profound.
Yeah.
Because even in my situation,
You know.
anger isn't part of it right now.
Right.
It's part of the phase of it.
Yeah.
But I ain't hit the
The want to kill thing.
Maybe I get to hop over it this time.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I've done some maintenance.
Right.
You
right.
know?
But that was the area that I was complacent in my spiritual life. Right? So when I started doing the work in my spiritual life, everything else began to come back into play. You know, everything else that's why I'm able to feel certain presence and stuff now. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm able to understand certain things and stuff a little bit better today. You know, because of my spiritual life. But what I'm saying is that I got complacent, man.
I'm not going to touch that.
Don't touch it, Gregory. Don't touch it, Gregory. Don't touch it, Gregory. Please do not touch that, Greg. You know, but you know, I had to tell somebody though, because I ain't been content like I used to be. You know what I'm saying? People could not see that, but I knew that. You know, so by me going to work, doing the work that we always talk about. Because the work don't never stop, man. You know, the work never stop, man.
Right.
You know, and somebody said this a long time ago, I'll never forget it. As long as you stay clean, the higher the stakes get.
The higher the stakes.
The higher the stakes get. You know. Yeah. Thank God for this thing, though, man. Thank God for you brothers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Man.
So hey, man, there was something that I had to say. It flew on by. But listen, this was filled with a whole lot of information.
Yeah.
Coont, I call him Coont, but it's Anthony K. Man, he's done more talking than he's ever done.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he was excited.
That's why I didn't say
Yeah.
nothing. Let him talk.
He was excited at this one and for this one, man. But we glad that you guys came in with us, man. We're at the end of the show.
Yeah.
But,
Hate to go, though, man. Yeah, it been good though.
It was a good show.
Oh yeah, I had a good time.
It was a good show.
Yeah.
We got more to shoot.
Our
so
teacher taught us, so we had.
You know.
We thankful.
so it was it ain't no teacher. You know what I'm saying?
We doing the shit information.
yeah, we
man.
all just three guys,
That's it.
man. That's all we are.
it.
But
Three
I'm
guys.
so
just
happy to be here
being
among
in
y'all.
food.
But
Yeah.
see,
We glad you here, though, Mike.
I've always
we
called
glad
y'all
you
my
here.
leaders, so it's hard for me not to uplift y'all because if it wasn't for you,
humility make me shun away from that a little bit, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit.
you
but
deserve it, though.
it's an arrogance in me that says, yeah,
you got
Look
to.
at me.
carry on, right? You know what I'm
But
saying?
I need to let we need to let people know that kind of fellowship.
They've heard.
It's a real
But we
fellowship.
ain't dealing with no fellowship. We
I'm
just
talking
talking about us.
I'm talking about us.
You know,
fellowship. We
us
fellowship.
fellowship.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
But it's been a good talk, man, and I'm really serious, man. Anthony put some information down. This thing, y'all see, I just sat here, I sat back a long time, man. I just said, shoot, let it be,
Just let 'em go,
let
huh?
it be,
Yeah.
hey, let it
Yeah,
be
just let it go.
what it
Yeah.
is, you know.
Yeah.
You served up.
Yeah.
You know, and all we trying to do is get information to y'all.
That's
man.
all.
We want you
That's
to have the information that'll change your life, man. And this is life-changing information, man.
Mm.
So pass this on to some other people, man. Tell them to subscribe.
Yeah.
Hit the notification bell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Smash the like button.
Smash the like button. That's right. Leave a comment down at the bottom.
That's right.
Cause we
Leave a
need
comment.
to know.
Yeah, we can get.
Yeah, we need to know what you like, what you don't like. If you see something that can help, we need to know about it.
Or
what else?
you could hit us. You could email us.
Yeah.
At www. I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way.
Go ahead. Do what you
www.stepup12 and then the number 12 at gmail.com. That's step up, spell out 12 and the number 12 at gmail.com. All you have to do is hit us up, leave us a comment, and the first 10 comments that we read, we're gonna talk about them, and we're gonna shout you out on our next episode. But when you get this one, you gotta comment if you want us to talk about it and to shout it out.
Yeah.
But with that said, man.
Yeah.
You out here, Coon?
I'm gone.
You out here, Mike?
I got to go.
I'm gone.
We gone.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
All right.
Big bro.